a falling star. Can you make a wish? Ooh, just remember, luck is no such thing. One man succeeds while another man fails. Why is it then you ask the stars up above?
Coming to you live from New York City, you're watching Astrology Numerology Now for Monday, September 23rd, 2019. I'm your host, you already know. This is Z Starman, professional astrologer, numerologist, where every week at this time, we bring you the latest astrology news and information. As I've said on this network, Manhattan Neighborhood Network, for the last 12 years. Real astrology, real numerology in real time. If you want to talk astrology with me, this is going to be my last show for the month of September. We won't be back until October 7th if you're watching live in Manhattan. And we won't be back with a new show in Brooklyn until October 13th. So I am going to dedicate this show. This show is going to be called October 2019 Astrology and Numerology Highlights. Now, to start off, we want to wish everybody a happy spring equinox. The spring equinox began this morning. The autumn equinox began this morning at 3:49 a.m. Eastern Time. If you lived in California, it happened at 12:49. If you lived in London, England, it happened at 8 o'clock in the morning. So this is one of the big years. Some people can't wait for the fall equinox to start. You know, you see all this pumpkin stuff and pumpkin lattes, and you know, some people are into that. I know my good buddy Sharon, she's waiting for the fall in August. That's how much she loves the fall. But it is the fall, officially the fall equinox. We've said goodbye to Virgo. Let's show them what the equinox really means. We got another picture. There it is on the screen, the equinox. That line in the middle, that's the equator. Now, the sun is making its southerly declination. It's starting to go below the equator. And countries below the equator, like South Africa, like Australia, like Madagascar, they're starting to experience spring. We're experiencing fall, they're experiencing spring. So the fall equinox is, what it means is Latin for equal night. It's roughly around this time of the year, 12 hours of daylight, 12 hours of sunlight, equally across the planet. And as we see, the sky is getting darker now. It's dark outside. Last month this time, it was still light and sunny outside. So happy spring equinox. And again, with the beginning of the spring equinox, you know what time it is. It's Libra season. Happy birthday to all the Libras. Libra season has just started. We can show them some Libra stuff. There it is. Now, the symbol for Libra. This is a teaching show. This is not me just doing readings. And if you want a reading, you can give me a call. 212-757-1393 is the number to call. We're live from Money Making Manhattan in New York. Now, this is the symbol, astrological symbol for Libra. That hump on the back of Libra, that is symbolic of the sun setting. The bottom line is the horizon. So the sun is setting below the horizon. We have sunrise and then we have sunset. Libra is ruled by the scales. Libra is the only sign of the zodiac that is not a living object. Libra is an inanimate object. It has no life form. It has no life form. That's the only sign of the zodiac that doesn't have life running through it. Again, it's an inanimate object. This is why Libra people, they live off their beauty, they live off their looks, because some of them, Libra's ruling planet is the planet Venus. And Venus is a very difficult planet. I think we have that. We can show them that. That's the NASA. That's what Venus looks from outer space. Venus is basically, the white cloud is basically made of sulfuric acid. And sulfuric acid is dangerous. And Venus is the third brightest or second brightest heavenly body in our solar system here to viewers on Earth. Venus rules the sign of Libra. The only thing brighter than Venus is the moon, then Jupiter. So it's hard being a Libra. And I have some great Libra friends that I want to say happy birthday to. I want to say happy birthday to my boy all the way out there in Los Angeles, California, actor Ron Rock. He's doing his thing. His birthday is October 3rd. So Ron, happy birthday. Rosalind Fox, happy birthday. Her birthday is October 10th. And there's so many Libra birthdays. But this is the time of the year for all the air signs, like Gemini, like Aquarius, like Libra, because in a couple of days, we're going to have about 4 planets in the sign of Libra. So get ready for that. But call me now. This is my last show for October. September. 212-757-1393 is the number to call. Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius. Call me now and let's talk astrology. Let's talk numerology as it relates to you. So we got a little bit more Libra stuff to show them. Rhonda, let's show them the rest of the Libra stuff. There we have it right there. Libra that's the star formation for Libra. So you can see those bottom 2 stars, those are like the scales. Those are like the scales that, or the cups of the scales that form or make up Libra. See, Libra has to stay balanced. Libra has to stay balanced. Come back to me, please. Libra has to stay balanced. Libra in astrology rules the spinal cord and the hips. If you sort of kind of look at the human anatomy of a human body, the spinal cord, and then we have the hips. That sort of kind of looks like scales. And that scales rocking back and forth, back and forth. And it's important that everyone on the planet, including Libras and people with sun sign Libras, to stay balanced. We're halfway through the astrological new year when we start Libra. So astrologically, this is like July, because we're half through the way, the calendar year. We're halfway now through the calendar or the astrological year when we're in Libra. Libra is about being balanced, staying balanced. A lot of you Libra people, you're not balanced. That's your problems. A lot of you just live off your beauty, which is Venus, but there's nothing inside of you. I don't want to make this seem like a Libra rant. All Libras are great people. Some are, some aren't. But the big thing with Libra is to stay balanced. If you're a Libra, if you want to talk astrology and numerology with me right now from Money Making Manhattan in New York City, hit me up right now, 212-757-1393. This is your only chance that you can talk to a professional astrologer. We've been here since 2008. Talking astrology, talking numerology, before there was Facebook, before there was Twitter, before there was Snapchat, before there was Instagram, before there was anything. The number one place to get your media information was right here on Astrology Numerology Now, to get the latest astrology news and information. 212-757-1393. What you waiting for? Anyway, since the name of the show is Astrology Numerology Now, from a numerology point of view, we're talking what's coming up in October. October is almost here. Next week, another 8 days from the live show, it'll be October. So we're sort of kind of talking astrology, numerology highlights for the end of September and end of October. Now, for October from a numerology point of view will be a Master 22 universal month. It'll be a Master number 22. How do we get the Master number 22? First, we take October as a whole. It's the 10th month. It's the 10th month of the year. Then we add it on to 2000 19. 2019 equals the number 12. So 10 plus 12 equals 22. So that's a master number 22 universal month. It'll favor all the people who have master universal numbers or life path numbers if your birthday is on the 22nd. But I'm also looking something happening in the universe, and it's been lacking in the planet for a long time, something from the greater good to happen. We've had so much bad news this year in 2019. All things Trump is bad news. All things tsunamis and earthquakes and white supremacy and white racism and all this nonsense against LGBTQ community. I mean, we can't let people love one another, but for the reason they want to love each other. But this is a master number 22 universal year or universal month. Let's show them again. It's a master number 22. We got that? Again, to do the math on it. We're going to take October. October's the 12th month, and we're going to add 2019. And we add 2019, we get the sum total 22. Vibrate on a higher frequency this month, everybody. No matter what your sign is, vibrate on the highest frequency possible. It's time for some new energy, and that's what the fall equinox is about. Everybody's reading online. There's a shift here. There's a shift there. There's a shift in this energy. There's one person, she always does shift memes and posts, which is a great thing. But now it's time to make the shifts happen. And especially if you're a Libra, because this is your astrological time of the year. Along with the other air signs, Gemini and Aquarius, but it's going to be very challenging for some of the cardinal signs. The cardinal signs are the signs that start the seasons, just like Capricorn starts the fall. So in a couple of days, we're going to have all these planets, notably Venus in the sign of Libra. For you seasoned astrologers who are watching the show, is going to be making a square aspect to Pluto, to Saturn in the sign of Capricorn. So there's a lot of things that the cardinal signs, especially Capricorn, especially Aries. If you're an Aries, you have to worry about Chiron in the sign of Aries, and all the opposite planets that are in Libra making an opposition. So these are some things, it can be stressful for the cardinal signs right through here, the earth signs, Virgo, Taurus, and Capricorn. There's still a little energy going on for you. And with water signs, Pisces, Scorpio, and Cancer, it's still it's starting to get better as this shift that we speak of, in this main shift of the fall equinox. It's getting ready to get cold, so get those warm weather gear out, your sweaters, your hats, your scarves, because the shift is getting ready to happen. It's about 85 degrees here in New York today. I remember in 2015 when it was like 40 degrees on September 23rd. That's how cold it is. But I want you to call the show right now. Give me a call right now, no matter where you are. If you're watching in Harlem, if you're watching in Hell's Kitchen, if you're watching on the Upper East Side, Lower West Side, Lower East Side, wherever you're calling from, wherever you're watching this show live on Manhattan Neighborhood Network, give me a call right now. 212-757-1393 is the number to call to get an astrology reading, to get a numerology reading. I want to say hello to all my viewers who are watching the show on the BCAT channel in Brooklyn, New York. Where Brooklyn at? Where Brooklyn at? You know where they at? They're watching astrology numerology now, right now, on Sundays at 7 o'clock from 7 to 7:30 every Sunday night. And then later on that evening, Brooklyn, You can watch anything that you missed on Astrology Numerology now. You can watch it from 12:30 a.m. to 1 a.m. on Monday morning. So Brooklyn, as always, thank you for watching the show. Who wants to know about themselves from an astrology numerology point of view? Give me a call, 212-757-1393. Now, until I get that call, and really I don't care if I don't get a call. My thing to everybody out here is to give you the latest astrology news and information. This is the news. And if I tell you something that's going to happen, don't say, Z Starman, why you didn't tell me about that earlier? But I'm going to tell you about something now. Last week, we had the planet Saturn turn direct. Upcoming in October 3rd, I'm not going to be here. October 1st, I'm not going to be here next week. But on October 2nd, that is, Pluto turns stationary direct. Pluto turns stationary direct in the sign of Capricorn on October 2nd, 2019 at 9:42 a.m. or 9:42 p.m. Pluto has been retrograde. Thank you, Deidre. Pluto has been retrograde. Let's show Pluto one more time, because Pluto is very important. Let's show him one more time, Rhonda. Pluto. Pluto is the planet of destruction. And we've had a lot of destructive things really held off with the exception of a few hurricanes. But Pluto in the sign of Capricorn. If you're a Capricorn, if you have Moon in Capricorn, now what you've been holding inside, it's time to release it. It's time to let it go, because Pluto is about transformation. It doesn't necessarily mean life and death all the time, but you have to look at where Pluto is, because Pluto is getting ready to rev up and really turn this thing around, especially in the sign of Capricorns. So once Pluto goes direct, and that again will be October 2nd, 2019 at 9:42 p.m. Remember, all the Capricorns, not your ruling planet, but your ruling planet went direct last week. So it's a lot of planets. The only two major planets that are currently retrograde right now is Uranus in the sign of Taurus and Neptune in the sign of Pisces. But Pluto has been retrograde ever since April 29th, so that's like 5 months of inactivity, especially in the sign of Capricorn, for a lot of Capricorn people. Here we have a caller. Caller, you're on Astrology Numerology Now with Z Starman. Hello, caller.
Hello?
Hi.
Hi.
I'm
you
fine.
need my birthday?
Yes, I need your name first and where you calling from.
Deborah, and I'm calling from Hell's Kitchen.
Deborah calling from Hell's Kitchen. Did you call because you heard me say Hell's Kitchen?
No. No, I'm at Hell's Kitchen on 55th Street.
Okay, what day is your birthday, Deborah?
October 21st.
October 23rd, what year?
21st, 2-1.
October 21st.
Right, 1948.
1948. Now, what is your astrology? October 21st?
First, yes.
2-1.
Right.
October 21st.
Yes.
Okay, 1948. Now, what is your question?
Oh, okay. My question is, how will the next few months be for me?
Well, that's a good question. October 21st. Now,
Yeah.
this is a year that it's time for you to come out of your shell. You've been on the low for like most of 2017 or 2019, because this is a number 7 year for you. You've been quiet. But,
Okay, yeah.
But now it's time to sort of kind of break out of your shell. Now that your astrological solar return is about to happen, you're a Libra. So now it's time for you. You've been in hiatus too long.
Yeah, well, that's funny because I've been taking care of my mother the last 2 years. She was sick and she just passed away a few weeks ago.
Oh no, I'm sorry to hear that.
Now that you say that, now things will be a little different.
What sign is she?
Pisces.
Pisces?
March the 5th. Yeah, March the 5th, 1930.
Well, she lived a long life.
Sure did. Good one, too.
So you were born 1948.
Right.
Okay, now, I want you to know, we're in camera 1. I want you to know something about yourself from an astrology point of view. When it says that you're a Libra, that's only one part of you, astrologically speaking.
Right.
But your moon sign is Gemini.
Right, it is.
You know
right.
that already. Oh, you knew that already.
My rising is supposed to be Cancer, right?
Okay. Well, I got your moon sign. You should have told me, Z Starman, my moon sign is Gemini, my rising sign is Cancer.
I didn't think of all of that because I didn't know I was going to get to speak to you. Okay.
But it's good that, I was telling someone how astrology has exploded over the last 10, 20 years. Since I started almost 40 years ago. Now everybody, just your common male person, the UPS man, the lady,
right.
They know their sun, moon, and rising sign. Now, since you say your rising sign is Cancer, there have been a lot of activity in your 7th house. The 7th house is opposite your 1st house, or your rising sign. If you can quickly think, like your rising sign is at 9 o'clock and your 7th house is on the other side at 3 o'clock. So you've had a lot of transformations with relationships and people because Pluto is in Capricorn, which is in your 7th house, and Saturn is in Capricorn in your 7th house also. Those planets, they're going direct now. Pluto will be going direct on October 3rd. So now it's giving you the time to free things up and to really find yourself again. That's what the theme of this birthday is about, or this astrological New Year's about, is finding Debbie's self, her old self all over again.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Debbie. And I'm going to put up my number so we can really talk astrology after the show, all right?
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Debbie, from Hell's Kitchen, and happy birthday. Yeah. It's Libra season.
Thank you. All right.
212-757-1393 is the number to call. Let's show Debbie the number and everybody else how they can contact me after the show. There it is. The quickest way to get in contact with me, y'all, is to call me. Leave a message. You can leave a message 24 hours a day. You're calling my answering service to leave a message. I may not pick up, but leave a message. 646-389-1311. Find me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. You can email me at astrologylover@hotmail.com. But the best way to get a hold of me is to call me, leave a message 24 hours a day, 7 days a week at 646-389-1311 is the number to call. And say you're a Libra. This is a special, Libras, they will get a special discount on my astrology readings if you can say and prove you're a Libra. So if you want a reading, getting ready for Libra season, hit me up. Now, we got a couple of new things. We're going to zoom through this real quick, Rhonda. Mercury is in the sign of Libra. We got a couple of planets in Libra. Mercury is in the sign of Libra, so it's good for the air signs right now. Venus is in the sign of Libra. Venus is in the sign of Libra. Venus is the ruler of the planet Libra. Venus co-rules both Taurus and Libra. There we see the Ankh symbol, or the astrological symbol for Venus on the left, and then we see the astrological symbol for Libra on the right. So on the left is the symbol for Venus, on the right is in Libra. Venus is in Libra to October 8th, Libra people, and all the air sign people like Gemini and Aquarius. Take advantage of this air energy. And again, it's going to be a struggle for most Cancer people. Capricorns, because of the cardinal signs, and Aries people. We have a super new moon coming up in the sign of Libra. We have a super new moon coming up in the sign of Libra on September 28th. That's a week from today almost. It's a week from today or this Saturday evening. A new moon in the sign of Libra. Always great to do new things, new ideals, implement new thoughts. Stop worrying so much. That's for everybody. Now it's time to implement new ideals, new beginnings on a new moon. And again, new moon is in the sign of Libra. It's a super new moon. Let's show them that again, Rhonda, one more time. It's a super new moon with the moon being in the sign of Libra. What's a new moon? The sun and the moon are in the same sign at the same time. On the Farmer's Almanac, it's like a black circle. That's how you know it's a new moon. When you see that black circle, that's the start of the astrological new moon. Good for all the Libra people. And last but not least, we have a full moon in Aries coming up on October 13th. I'm not going to be here for the next couple of weeks. So I want y'all to know right now, beware of this new moon in Aries on October the 13th. That's about all the time we have for astrology, numerology now. I want to thank my fantastic viewers for watching. I want to thank my callers, Debbie, for calling the show. And I want to thank my control room, Deetra, Rhonda, Josiane, Stan the Man, and new crew member, Tony Ambassador Tao. This has been Z Starman saying happy birthday to all the Libras. And if you're a Libra and you would like an astrology, numerology reading, I have a special discount. Take advantage of us. Watch me on Facebook at Astrology Lover at facebook.com. Wishing you peace, love, light, namaste.
Controls your very soul. Ask them why your whistle sounded practical. Yet Gemini, so inconsistent. Ooh, let me tell you a secret I know. Known the world over. Life is controlled by the stars. Ooh, the planet of life. Virgo is known for versatility. While Taurus for persistency. Yet Aries to be very, very ambitious. Libra, the cheerful and merry one.
Pisces, you fish. You are a romanticist, constantly striving to escape from reality into the blessed land of your dreams.
Whatever your sign may be, look to the stars for happiness and